Gene Krupa, he liked no tone control, and he liked the 13-inch snappy snares better. So I wanted to make sure that I have the exact same equipment that Gene Krupa would use way back in 1938. And there I am with Gene Krupa. And of course his best friend, I might as well show you this picture, is me with Buddy Rich. And this happened to be 1970. And he's autographing the Super Drummer book for me. And of course this is the famous picture that was in the Slingerland advertisement of Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. And of course you can see that Slingerland drum set Gene Krupa model right over here. I might as well show you this picture here of me and Buddy Rich. And the time I got a drum lesson from Buddy Rich and he let me play his drum set. So a lot of history just in these 2 pages of photographs. But it was an honor for me to actually see Gene Krupa perform and to actually meet and talk with this legend, because every drummer owes a lot to Gene Krupa. He was the man who started it all. He was an incredible musician, drummer, and I'm so happy that I was able to get this Radio King snare drum and fully restore it to new condition. So I'm going to take this off the stand so you can see the inside of the shell. So let's take a look at this, and right here is the inside of the shell. This is a solid maple shell, which Slingerland was famous for, and the solid maple reinforcement rings, top and bottom, and the condition is absolutely perfect, as you can see. And there's that snappy snare that I put on, new old stock. But the inside is absolutely perfect. So let me put the snare drum back on the stand. Alright, and what I did was I used a fiber skin drum head, which is sort of like a simulated calf head. Now this particular model is called the Weather King Classic, and the advantage of using this particular drum head, it is slightly bigger than normal, because when I put a normal ambassador head, it fit tight. It was a tight fit. But with this particular model, what they did was the aluminum ring that they mount the head, they made it smaller. So by using this particular head, it fits a lot better. And this is the original Remo logo of the 50s right here. And it's a Diplomat fiber skin, and it simulates the calf head, of course, is what they used on the original Slingerland Gene Krupa model Radio King snare drum. So let me, I'm going to put this camera on the tripod, and I'm going to play the snare drum so you can hear it. Let me put it over here. And let me fix this here. Okay, and I'm going to grab, okay, this is fine. I'm going to grab the Gene Krupa Slingerland drumsticks. Alright, so I got the Gene Krupa drumsticks. So let me play this snare drum so you can actually hear it. course, you know, Gene Krupa was famous for the rim shots, and with these stick chopper hoops, I mean, they have incredible rim shots, which Gene Krupa was famous for. So you hit her right in the middle. It has, of course, a more drier sound. Then the edges get that beautiful ring. And you can do beautiful rolls, buzz rolls, open rolls on this 6.5 by 14-inch Gene Krupa Slingerland Radio King snare. Some of the Gene Krupa technique and style, which he was of course famous for, those rim shots and the cross sticking. And let me grab the Gene Krupa brushes that he gave me. Here they are, Slingerland model Gene Krupa brushes that he gave me back in 1971. They're 49 years old. You know, the rubber is a little bit dry on it, a little brittle, so I have to be careful. So here we go. Get a beautiful sound out of these Diplomat fiber skin heads, and beautiful for brushwork. All right, so let me take this camera off the tripod and give you one good look at this fully restored Gene Krupa Slingerland 1938 Radio King snare drum. And I just absolutely love these cloud badges. Of course, this is the original one right off the drum. Of course, it's made in Chicago. And of course, that marine pearl, new old stock. Everything is new old stock parts. So I just wanted to do a tribute to the great Gene Krupa and fully restore this snare drum, which I found in my garage. It's been in my garage at least 15 years. And like I said, the shell is in absolute perfect shape. And I'll be making another video later on with this snare drum using my complete drum set. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of history of this snare drum. Of course, the most important part of the snare drum is the shell, which was in absolute perfect condition. They put a little bit of varnish back then, solid maple shell, and the sound, as you can hear, is absolutely incredible. So hopefully I'll be using this snare drum soon on some of my gigs. And this is my tribute to the great Gene Krupa and his famous Gene Krupa model Radio King snare drum. So this is Ken Limber saying goodbye and happy drumming.